Just took him down. That was dinner of champions. Yes.
Either way, Otis or Feyhd. I had a similar. I had some good wings and some curly fries. Yeah, something simple. Mm-hmm.
That makes two of us.
Hey.
MURS.
Uh, mechanically engineered rat station.
MURS.
Oh, you are. Unicorn station. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, MURS stands for quality and quantity. No.
It's the friends we made along the way.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm going with monks under. Oh no, I had it. Monks under recurring silence or something.
I like it.
Mysterious Universal Relaxation Center. Or no, what's an S word for a place? Station. Let's go station. Station sounds good.
I enjoyed it.
I dug it.
It was pretty amusing.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Erin. I'm Erin on pretty much most social media platforms at this point. Not that I've posted anything. Hi.
I'm Otis or Feyhd. I'm also at Mugsmahandra on Twitter. Usually I play games or make music sometimes.
And I'm Tony. You can find me at Tony Ceramelli on most social media feeds. You can also find me at thehorseshead.blog, which is my film blog that I'm working on. And I am not really a Marvel person, so I have a passing knowledge of the basics of Marvel. So this will be interesting. I have a lot of questions.
Right.
My expertise is I watched the episode.
Yeah, I also started reading most of my comic books in like middle school and stuff like that. And then, around college, I kind of fell out of it, and I've kind of started reading back again in the last few years.
Oh no, I was just gonna add. I just in terms specifically of Marvel, I have read none of the comics. Um, I have seen a good chunk of the Marvel movies. Mostly, what was it, Phase 1 and Phase 2? I saw a lot of those. and that just got too complex for me. So again, very curious to see how this turns out.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I'd say so. It felt like we didn't learn a whole lot in that first episode. Like that was not advertised before. It's just like, yeah, there's something weird and wrong with this world, and it seems like they just got there. And that's about as far as we got.
Yeah, I think when you were saying earlier of like, oh, kind of where they dropped the first two episodes, I think you needed the second episode because if it was just the first one, you're just like, wait, what? But the second
Mhm.
one, you're just like, okay, I think I know a little bit more. Yeah, no, it was the first episode, pure. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. I don't know Marvel, but I do know sitcoms.
Mhm.
I spent a lot of my childhood watching Nick at Night and TV Land. In many ways, my whole life has been leading up to this conversation. Um, but yeah, the first episode is very kind of early 50s sitcom.
Mhm.
The boss coming over for dinner is the oldest trope. It's like, the housewife who wears a dress and pearls and makeup at all times. Um, and which, but I thought they captured it so well so that the moment where things were going wrong, you knew instantly something was up because the camera
Mhm.
angles change, and suddenly you can do close-ups, which
Yeah.
they weren't really doing because they were following kind of the 50s sitcom rule of like it's like a stage play. You've got three cameras, you can do a two-shot, but you can't do a close-up. So I and this will be the theme of this episode for me is like I have no idea what's going on, but I know that someone knows what's going on,
Mhm.
so I'm willing to go along for the ride for now. Mhm.
Mhm.
Exactly what I was expecting to happen in the way I wanted it to.
Mhm.
It also like when they start throwing in the color bits, it felt a little Pleasantville-ish, but in kind of
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
really good way, in the same way that it was a play on an old sitcom sort of idea.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nope, but I figured one of you would. So I'll start right out. I only got 2 references throughout the whole thing. The toaster was made by Stark, and the watch was made by Hydra. That's it. All I got.
I believe that was Sword, which is an offshoot of Shield, and I think that's something that they're trying to set up a new TV show for in the near future, as far as I know. So yeah, there may be some crossover happening. Who knows?
Yeah, they can hear the rest of us, but not Luke. They can only see Luke.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I can hear you twice, but that's because we're across the same apartment.
Wow.
I don't know
So
if
I
it's
hope
the same
I'm
for
very
Alondra or
wondering.
anybody else, but we're also really choppy.
I don't know how to fix that.
I mean, I've got Twitch up on another window.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the live stream, and I'm also very choppy. So trying to be very careful with what I'm doing with my hands, because you never know what's going to be the freezing moment.
Right. Mm. Yeah, I'll make it work.
Yay.
Shield, I think, was the last
Yeah,
thing.
you guys were talking about Shield.
Yeah, or Sword. Yeah, Sword was
Yeah,
part of
Sword.
Shield.
Sword,
I'm not
Shield.
sure exactly what their relationship is. It's just that they exist in parallel, I think. Oh. Hmm. That makes sense.
Yes. Also, I'm just looking it up. Its purpose is to deal with extraterrestrial threats to world security, and is the space-based counterpart of Shield, which deals with local threats to the world.
Okay.
Which, again, this may be like how it is in the comics. I don't know if they're going to change it or not, but yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's aliens.
Could be.
Isn't it always aliens?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it could be. Hmm. I could believe it.
Well, to go with the the commercial, actually, the thing I wanted to bring up, that's the first bit of color that we see in the show, is the red blinking light of the toaster, which and again, it's too early to go, but yeah, it was that, like you were saying, Erin, that Pleasantville moment of, okay, color means change. Color means something's off. So
yeah.
Wow.
And I'm not sure if it was just a trick of my eyes and maybe because I was kind of looking for it, but a little bit later in that episode when the wife, Mrs. Hart, starts like repeating, "Stop it, stop it, stop it." I think there may have been like one frame that just flashed color very briefly, but Luke and I argue about whether we could see that together or not.
I didn't miss that one.
Oh yes, I was more an I Dream of Jeannie person because the guy's name was Tony, so that helped. But yes, very much Bewitched. And this, yeah, episode 2, we're now in the 60s, and it's now a show like Bewitched where it's single camera and it's outside and you can do practical effects. And yeah, I am here for all that. I am here for Wanda's Mary Tyler Moore capri pants. I'm here for the cardigan. Yeah, there was a lot of good detail there, kind of moving into the 60s. Yeah.
That just happened.
Oh. Not entirely. I remember that there was the Bewitched opening, which I really enjoyed, and then I went to go eat dinner. But like that was pretty much it. And that there's shifting times, which is the only thing that I also noticed pretty quickly is that like I don't know why the sitcoms are I guess evolving somehow.
Yeah, episode 2. Yeah, episode 2 is Wanda and Vision putting on a magic act for their community talent show for the children, and Wanda also meets the Dottie, who's the woman who's kind of running. She's in charge of everything, and she's very intimidating. And they have a weird moment where there's Dottie implies that she's kind of on to Wanda and Vision of who they really are. Wanda also meets a woman named Geraldine, who I assume is coming back and is kind of important because the actress playing her is very prominently billed in the credits. I'm like, so when I watched each episode twice and then watched the second time, I paid more attention to Geraldine of like, who are you? Yeah, it's the episode where things are off. Wanda and Vision really start to know something is happening, and this is not reality.
I think I would argue that I don't think Vision is really realizing that so much as Wanda is. Like things are happening for Vision that are really strange, but I don't know that he's starting to see that there's a break in reality yet.
And I thought the same thing, but the thing that changed my mind on the second viewing was his reading of the line at the very end when she says, "Is this really happening?" And he says, "Yes, this is really," like, I don't know if it's two different readings because they do that moment twice, or if I just read more into it the second time. But I got the sense that he was like, just trust me on this one. This is really like
Hmm.
that was my takeaway from it. Yes, Catherine Hahn.
Oh yeah.
She's great. That's kind of the Vivian Vance, Audrey Meadows next door neighbor. Well, I mean, yeah, because she's not a character; she's a trope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I see.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Hmm. But they're all also trying to like get in their business constantly, even though
Mm-hmm.
they. It seems like, I mean, if that was the case, they've also been captured at the same time. So it's like, why do they need to go through all this at the same time?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Try. No, I was just gonna say, trying to blend in, but also Wanda in the second episode trying to be her own person. Like before she meets Dottie, she's like, "Or I could just be myself. That'd be fine, right?" Like, and I wrote down at one point she says to Vision, "This is our home now." So yeah, there's something about um, trying to assimilate, but also not giving up. Because so many of like Bewitched and all those shows was about I've got this secret and I can't
Hmm.
share it with anyone, but I don't want to hide it either. Like I'm still gonna use it. So. Mhm.
Hmm.
Married with children.
Yeah, there we go. I mean,
So
kinda.
are we saying with the whole like sword surveillance thing, are we suggesting this is like a Truman Show scenario? My thought was that she, and again, I have not seen the most recent movies, so I'm not sure what's happened to these characters. I barely remember that they were, you know, an item. Um, uh, but I got the sense that like something traumatic had happened, and that Wanda is like hiding away in this alternate universe, possibly created by Vision, or like seeking some sort of comfort in the sitcom world that's being created around her. Um, that's my uh, no research at all, cold hot take. Uh, yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
I'm torn. I'm not sure if she has done this to herself and it's her coping mechanism. She's like internalized and creating this world and trying to keep herself protected from something, or if somebody else has taken her and people are trying to get a hold of her, or like something's been done to her to put her in this state. And this is kind of like the delve into her mental state, like where like the deeper basement that she's gone into within her own mind.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's like it's hard to tell if she like ran away to another dimension or something like that and like found another vision. It's just like, nope, I live here now. Or if and maybe she'll just try to like contact her with all these little bits and bobs and like constantly like surveying and harassing her and trying to like get her to come back for whatever reason. Um, mm, mm-hmm. Could be.
Hmm.
Mm.
There's four people in the stream, looks like.
Hmm.
And one of them's me.
um, okay. Whoa.
Sorry, I've just been restored to the server.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. We were like, wait, what happened? Okay. Yeah, I guess one teeny tiny thing I noticed that the during the commercial, the sound of the toaster powering on is the same as Tony Stark's gauntlets when he uses his repulsors. It's the same sound. It's also the same sound as like a flash, like an old like a '80s style flash, I think, or something like that. Yeah, handheld ones on a stick. Yeah.
Correct. Correct. Oh, I okay. I had heard something about one of them had died And okay, all right. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Mm. Got it. Right.
Hmm.
Hmm. Got it.
He wants to be on stream. You can't blame him.
There you go.
And hey, cats
He
are very
cuddles,
popular on the internet. Go
That's
for it.
true.
and he likes to cuddle with Luke. So that's
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel
well,
cuddled.
and do we know for certain that this is taking place like chronologically after the movies?
Nope. I don't think so. Do we?
I mean, it's kind of implied, but I don't. It doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah, that's true. Hmm.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I have a couple of things that I'm like, I'm going to assume this is a reference because, like, let me ask: is their address an Easter egg to something? Because there's a couple of shots where it's very prominent, but
Yeah.
there's no reason for it to be in there. So I'm like, is 2800? Does that mean something?
No, that didn't ring any bells to me. I was kind of confused about that myself.
I also noticed that they kept highlighting it. But what did they only highlight it in the
Yeah.
second episode? Because I don't remember if we saw it in the first episode or not.
You see at the very beginning, like the opening credits of the first episode. But yeah, the second episode, they don't go outside until the second episode. So,
Hmm.
And then on the helicopter, the Iron Man colors helicopter, was it? I think it had number 57 on it. Does that mean anything?
Hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, because you were talking after we saw the episodes, or like you kind of pointed out at the beginning of the second episode that the way that the house is structured on the inside changes slightly.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, the first episode, the set is almost exactly the Dick Van Dyke Show set, including the little step. Vision almost trips over the ottoman, and then at the second episode, I think it was a little bit closer to house. I think they were going
Yeah, I
for.
have no idea what
Yeah,
you
I
said.
can't.
And I just reconnected.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Um, you all did an excellent job of feigning interest. Am I still choppy?
Ooh.
Oh, geez. All right. How about that? Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, and then the house in the second episode is the bewitched house.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
which makes sense. And I'm wondering if because or the introduction. Oh no.
Well,
I mean, I am I here for everyone else?
yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you
Hmm.
just fine.
Yeah, Luke, you're the only one who can't hear me. But
I
yeah,
don't know
so
how it
since the
works.
intro song matched kind of the layout of the house and the feel of the episode, it'll be interesting to see how that progresses. I'm also wondering if they're going to stick with the timeline. So like, we had a very 50s sitcom for the first episode, a very 60s one for the second one. Are they going to keep going to later and later and older sitcoms as they age, which
Hmm.
kind of progresses along with the switch from black and white to color because sitcoms did eventually become color and now the whole screen is colored, it's not just a couple pieces here and there. So it'll
Hmm.
be interesting to see how that evolves as well.
Definitely.
And now the cat's come to see me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I did not catch that, but I believe you're right.
Huh.
Yeah. Hmm. Um, yeah. Did they do anything during the mastication joke? Because that was one I was like, whoa, that's first of all, even just on a Disney streaming service, I'm like, well, okay, all right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I have a couple of little other sitcom references I wrote down. First of all, the most obvious one that was staring me right in the face. There is a Full House connection. Caitlin Olsen is the third Olsen twin, so she's got she has sitcom heritage in her blood. And of course, having Deborah Jo Rupp, the mom from that '70s show,
Hmm.
um, and her very easy paycheck in the second episode where she just sits there and applauds. It's like that's a sweet gig. Yeah, Take Me to Bewitch, and then yeah, you get a little bit of the honeymooners with the husband's name is Ralph, which was as it was on the honeymooners. Also, when the boss starts choking on the food, it cuts to Vision. That's the first time you see the fourth wall in that episode.
Hmm.
And that's kind of your first hint that something's off, is because you're now seeing it from the audience's perspective. What was the other thing? There's something else. Oh, and I just also really liked that a lot of their superpower effects were practical. Like when stuff's floating around the kitchen, it's on strings. There's when they get the rings, there's the jump cut. I really enjoyed that, and I both times I watched the second episode, I laughed out loud in the animation of Vision with the water at the water cooler, and just being like, I can't drink this. It, I really enjoyed that that animation. But yeah, that's it. And then other than that, oh, what's the deal with the beekeeper? What's going on with that? Is that a thing? Is there a Marvel character called the Beekeeper? Is
Yeah,
there?
is there anything bee related?
Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, Legion, I felt like gripped me a little bit more than this show, just because it was a little bit. It felt more immediate. This was more of a slow roll. I felt like to like getting to like something like, oh, okay, now we're like learning about like where are they actually. But Legion, I thought was more of a character like uh, I don't know, study, I suppose. Hmm. Yeah. That, yeah, I could believe it. That would be nuts.
Who even is that guy?
Yeah. I mean, really, you could do that with those movies and cut them down. Like, they're so long. Gosh. Just a little bit. Hmm. Hmm.
And I do appreciate that from a book lover perspective, though. They tried to put in all the details, and they still left a lot out because those books are so dense and there's so much
Yeah,
that happens in them. But
that's true.
like at least they took a trilogy of books and made it a trilogy of movies.
It's a shame it's not MURS with an E, because then it could be Middle Earth.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, next week, it's the Middle Earth recap show. It's just,
Yeah, yeah.
right.
Mm. Mm.
Mm. Mhm. Yeah, but yeah, and who knows what the child is going to look like or whatever. I mean,
Mhm.
or if it could be an entirely separate character altogether, just like independent of them, and who knows, like if they're part of the sword program or who knows. Like, haha,
They finally
Star
make the
Wars.
crossover.
I won't be mad.
That'll be amazing.
Like, yeah, just adamantine knives.
Yeah. Hmm. Huh. Oh, wizard. Huh. I've never heard of that villain, but that's great. Oh, Jessica Jones? Oh. Oh, yeah, that guy. Okay. Weird. Oh,
Or my cat can just
cat
disconnect everything from the
has,
stream.
yeah, declared the stream over.
Otis, Aaron, did you have anything? Any Easter eggs, references? Anything the two of you caught?
Yeah, it was just the sound reference to the Stark toaster was like the thing that I
Mm.
noticed the most, and like that the second sequence more closer to Bewitched than the first sequence was. I don't know what the moon was in the very beginning of the first sequence. It was like a circle, and then there was like circles on the sides and on the bottom. I feel like that was supposed to be something, but I'm not sure what. My first reference was like, "Oh, that's Brainiac." I was like, "No, that's not Brainiac." 'Cause yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, exactly. Like that can't be right. But I'm not really sure what that was about. Oh no, that's Tony Stark's gauntlet again. I think that's a pattern in his gauntlet. I think maybe or on his possibly
Hmm.
um, maybe anyway. Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
still
really?
waiting for more information. It's like that's
Yeah, they gave
yeah.
us this expectation that every episode is going to be a new sitcom. It's going to introduce new players. There, you're going to start to see them interact with each other, but it's very slow build up. It's very like there's obviously something going on under the surface, but they're trying to like have it be realized in a very slow fashion by the characters, and so like we're seeing this very obvious like there's been a change, and it kind of is setting that expectation that it's going to keep changing at about the same pace. There's just a little bit of a
No. Yeah, yeah. It was like, what just happened?
My only and there's Erin.
Yeah,
My
you came back.
my only kind of prediction for the next episode, I think, because they've established that she's pregnant, I think they're going to go the Brady Bunch route with in terms of like what they're gonna what the '70s sitcom will take its inspiration from.
Mm-hmm.
I would love it though if they went the All in the Family route and they just like sit around and talk about Vietnam and Watergate, and it just like they just tackle all the issues of the '70s in one episode. But I suspect that they're going to have some kids the next time we see them, and that it's going to be, Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, that kind of show. And then in terms of actual plot, I have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of want to know more about the outer world that's they're surrounding it. That's what I'm waiting for. Trying to look for all those like little nooks and crannies and let me know like okay, this is what's going on and like this is where these characters need to go in the next like at the end of the season. Maybe.
I think it might be more that there's somebody observing, but then you've got at the end of the second episode, Wanda's able to rewind it. So then you're questioning, well, who's in control? Is it the person watching or is it Wanda herself?
Mm-hmm.
For a transcript of tonight's episode. Yeah, but that was Erin. Yeah, that was my thought as well. The first at the end of the first episode, they're like, "Oh, that guy's doing the same thing I'm doing."
He's watching, he's taking notes. But yeah, then since Luke missed it, I don't know if he's going to hear me this time, but yeah, then she's able to rewind after the second episode. So you start to question, well, is it the person watching in control or is it Wanda herself?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing by his nodding and everything, he still can't hear me.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we figured that.
Okay.
Like ours or theirs?
Sitcom watching or rerun detailing
or surveilling Wanda.
Oh.
Yeah, or maybe or for the Secret Wars on deck. That's what it actually means.
Ooh.
Yeah. Probably not though. Sorry?
You were very choppy and I could not hear you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we covered everything. And if not, there's next week.
Right? Where bugs may be fixed.
Yeah. We'll find out.
That's our cliffhanger. Will we be able to go?
Will we actually be able to stream properly?
I don't know, man. We'll have to plug this thing into the internet and see what happens. Anyway, I'd like to thank all my guests for joining today. I am Questing Luke. You're on the channel twitch.tv/Questing Luke. Mainly, it's me playing a video game or doing something else, and usually getting frustrated and turning off the stream early. or this every Sunday, hopefully. Buccaneer Erin, I'm going to assume that you're going to plug something. Go.
Sure. I mean, you can check me out on Instagram. They check me out on Twitter. I haven't started streaming yet. There are a whole bunch of platforms you can look me up on, and they are pretty much all Buccaneer Erin, spelt exactly as you see scrolling across the screen.
Good?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's right. He can't see or hear me right now.
Feyhd, can you tell us where we can find you? What we're looking for?
On Twitter @MugsMahandra. That's what I use for pretty much everything that's relevant. If you see somebody gaming on Feyhd, that's me. Maybe.
And Tony.
You can find me on social media at Tony Ceramelli. Usually I'm on Instagram. And you can also find me at thehorseshead.blog, my film blog where I'm watching every movie on the National Film Registry. And I'm very tired.
All right. Well, thank you. This has been MURS, whatever that stands for. Tomorrow we might be, or not tomorrow, next week we might be Sword. Who knows what we're going to be next. Thank you very much, and have a good night.